Good morning, everyone. This is Evelyn. This is a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's 11:09 on the clock, kind of the reversal of 9/11. And so let's see what's going on for Capricorn for November 2022. We're going to start out setting the tone with the Shaman Dreams deck. This is the Gilded for the read, and then the Rider-Waite Mini for the clarifiers here. And I've already pre-shuffled. We're going to continue to do so. This is a general reading, so if you'd like something more specific, if something doesn't resonate with you, don't take it in. If you want something more specific, you can check out my details below or my website, twinflames3344.com. I also have a CD out there called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames, if you want to check that out. And otherwise, let's get started here. I noticed the pineapple on my shirt today, so pineapple was coming up and garnet. Okay, Cappy. Actually, I wasn't thinking of that because I think garnet is Capricorn's stone. All right, Capricorn, what is going on with you for November 2022? November 2022. November 2020. November 2022. One more. It's 11:11 now on the clock. I wasn't looking on purpose. Capricorn, November 2022. Okay, we have the Vanishing Mirror, Ego Sublimation. This brings up CERN and the smashing of particles, which is trying to replicate that twin flame energy of the smashing of egos. So very interesting that's coming up here, as well as the horned cactus wants to be seen here, all about resourcefulness, right? When there's a drought. Right? They have protection, they have juice inside of them, they have more protection with the horns as well. And they're still green though, you notice. It's not brown like the desert. It's very green energy here. Finding the life within something that doesn't have a lot of life in it, like the desert. And there's two more cards that want to be seen, but first I want to show you the bottom, the benefactors. So I love this card. You see how sweet they are? The two little munchkins hanging out in the mushroom, enjoying the show, the mushroom, right, to be mushy with. The benefactors of grace and generosity, the three of the Empress of abundance coming together. And of course, the Empress can represent the Earth, Mother Earth as well. And this is very much an energy of prosperity and being able to sit back and watch the family, so to speak. So that's the underlying energy. And the Fool's embrace is beneath that, right? After embracing and transmuting pain, allowing the fall here with the Fool's journey, now able to sit back and watch the show, so to speak. And these two came up, again, smashing the ego, right? It's like no longer needing to, in the 3D, see your reflection in the mirror, because you see it through other people and through your own shadow work. Finding resources where others may not, right? Seeing things in a different way. And also skywriting the fates. This is the 49 of the Get Your Wish card, the 9 of Cups. And this card very much for me is this is the hourglass on its side, which is the middle of the infinity symbol, right? Like that, where the two halves or the ends are two halves of the moon, which are the independent parts of the masculine and feminine, whereas this is the shared part in the twin flame energies. The K is energy. It's also the shape of Taurus and Orion. The M is the two IMs with the V between, the co-creation. And the F is digamma, or two gamma rays, or twin flames. And then the flags now, for me, are like this hourglass now opening in the center to leave space between, as they come into their independence and yet being together as well with space between. It can also be the starting gate. All right, so that's this card coming up with the Watchers, which for me is the other side of this. This is one example of a couple who's sitting back watching the show, and here's another example of two, the tie-on energy of the tiger and lion who become all one color together in a totem where they're piggybacking each other, right? Very much as one. They can't see the difference in their colors, the tiger and the lion. And again, the Watchers literally There's not one that's better than the other. It's just two different types of the wise ones now sitting back and watching the show. Okay, so we're going to put these up for you here. There's a lot what's coming up there for you, Capricorn. And let's see what's going on with you. And notice that there's two kind of desert energies here. And then these two really have nothing to do with the desert. Very much more etheric realms type of energy in the sky, or air energy. And then the desert. And although this doesn't feel like the desert, with the mushroom and everything, the coloring is very much still of the desert as well. Which is kind of interesting there. It's bringing the mushroom into the desert. I don't know if there's a new mushroom that will come up to be discovered. I don't know if there are desert mushrooms. The name grace may be coming up, or just receiving grace and generosity. But there's definitely a lot of benevolence here for you, Capricorn. Capricorn, November 2022. Capricorn, November 2022. Hold on a second here. Okay, November 2022 for Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, 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 November 2022. Capricorn. That came right out. First card out for Capricorn is the Tower reversed. And this could be just a lot of drama going on right now. This can be after a sudden event that you went through, or in resisting sudden changes. This is also Scorpio reversed. So for me, Scorpio reversed can be the negative side of Scorpio, or that you have Scorpio in your chart, but not your sun sign. The challenge here is, and the mailman's coming for you, you got a message. The King of Cups here is the challenge for you, which is unconditional love, and he's very happy with himself. Maybe that's an issue for you, or an issue within you, finding that consistency of unconditional love. But this challenge can be this person with Scorpio in their chart. The foundation here is the Page of Cups reversed. So here's a father-child type of confrontation where the child may be feeling rejected, right? Because they're very happy being by themselves. And this is like Teddy with me right now. Teddy's Cancer. He's sitting up at the front window, keeping an eye on things for me while I'm doing my videos. But again, the child or the pet feeling rejected, or they can be vulnerable and shy. This also could be the spoiled brat who's entitled, who thinks they can get whatever they want, or maybe it's just a crying baby, right? Maybe they need to cry and just get it out. So again, there's very much water energies all here with Scorpio, and in the recent past here for you, Capricorn, is the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So this could be some kind of loss of money or a big purchase of some kind. This can be dysfunction of the family around money and spending, as well as a loss in the family. So this may be something that you have dealt with recently. Crowning for you, Capricorn, is the Judgment reversed, which I don't like this card reversed. It's so kind of unsettled, because this is the judgmental. You would think this is judgmental, but it's not. This is making a decision, which we do every day. This is the wake-up call. This is the lack of judgment or being over-judgmental. This can be the need to swallow one's pride. This could be someone who choked and didn't do what they wanted to do, or swallowing your pride, choking on your spit kind of energies. This can be holding back an announcement. I always get the day the music died with this as well. So this can go along with this energy here. Maybe you spoke too soon. And for me, this is Aquarius. So Aquarius and Scorpio both reversed, along with the Page of Cups. Challenged by the King of Cups here, upright, who's happy with himself. And what's coming up for you is the Knight of Wands, right? Showing a little bit of leg, being sexy, getting dressed up, getting motivated to get out there, do errands, or you know, gussy yourself up to go out or go after something. But this is just that motivation to get moving. And that can definitely be a Sagittarius or another fire sign, so Leo or Aries as well. But getting motivated to get things done. And then you see yourself as the Ten of Cups, the happy family. Whereas here, this is more of the family of finances. This is more the family of emotions. But this also can be the sham fam, right? Who needs to look perfect on the outside when nothing is ever really perfect on the inside. They need to be seen this way, which is an issue because that's a wound about needing other people's acceptance. When you just need to accept yourself. So is this true happiness or is it not? Because we have a Page of Cups reversed right next to this happy family. So there's something else going on behind the scenes here. What's around you or how others may see you is the Seven of Wands, standing up for themselves, right? Standing up to the crowd. But on this card, it's not above the crowd. It's on an even playing field here. Someone's trying to relight a torch or get things started, and they may be getting resistance from the group here. And maybe getting up to explain something. This can even be at work, you know, explaining why something has to happen or the details of something that's difficult to understand intellectually to the group. This could be a demonstration on how things work. Showing the family how to, you know, light the torch, how to light the fire on the furnace. You know, it could be teaching a child how to do certain things around the house. So when they're not there, the child can do it, but maybe the child feels very insecure in being left with that responsibility. The block here for you is the Seven of Swords reversed, which is about coming clean. This is the liar, cheater, thief energy, or just the energy of taking a risk. But it's reverse. So coming clean, getting clean, cleaning up the act, cleaning up the space. This can still have a little bit of sneakiness about it, because otherwise, why is this coming up if there's no sneakiness anymore? So there could be block for you, because Capricorn is usually pretty conservative energy, right? So you may have a problem with people who are sneaky, even if they're not doing anything or if they seem sneaky. You may have an issue around this. You have an issue around this. I have the perfect example for that, because my son, he's very happy in himself. He can, even growing up when we were in the car driving, he'd be back there in the third row of the van, just smiling to himself, thinking about things. And some people can see this as somebody being up to something or being sneaky. And this is a block for Capricorn over here. And then what's coming up at the end is the Six of Pentacles, which is a sharing card of being charitable, which Capricorn often can be. They often rise very high in the business world, able to be in a place of giving to others. And sharing in a balanced way. This could be settling out as well. And if there was some kind of ending or loss in the recent past, this could be settling up with finances there. I'm not getting that the read is about business here, because you're coming up as more family-oriented energy here. But there was loss here, whether it's finances, time, money, and energy, or a family member in the recent past. And it could be, if it was a child, I'm so sorry, no one should ever have to lose their child. You maybe lost a pet. Or maybe you're just having a rough time with a baby who won't stop crying. But overall, even in spite of some tragedy that may have happened in the recent past or financial loss, there is a lot of emotional support here with family, and Spirit's connecting with me on that. That you actually can really appreciate the family support around you now. You see it with eyes wide open, you know. It's like very obvious to you, having gone through what you just went through. And it's allowing you to get motivated again. Or somebody else coming in to help out, so that you can stand up for yourself or do some work, right? Demonstrating something, or just standing up to show people how it's done, or standing up for yourself, why people don't understand why you want to do something that you want to do, and you actually not only just standing up for yourself, but actually showing them why it's important that you do what you do. Again, and then this getting past this block of looking like you're being sneaky, because maybe this person's now, this could be the King of Cups over here, explaining why they're so happy within their own mind, what they did to get this way, or just why, maybe something new that they invented and they're just really happy with themselves. Maybe after a lot of work, something finally came through, a culmination, whether it's emotionally or in something new, something creative, and just really proud of yourself or themselves, and standing up to have to explain to others because it may be very complicated. So anyway, there's an energy of sharing here, or settling out, being charitable. But again, you have a block and a challenge around a Scorpio person, perhaps, or somebody with Scorpio in their chart who looks sneaky. So you don't know what they're up to. And this could be a grown child as well, right? Because this could be the same person. But again, there could also be a falling out between the father and child. But the challenge is the King of Cups. So this should be another person outside of yourself, unless you're just challenged by yourself. You're challenged by you and being unconditional love. Because this and this are very similar energies there. The challenge is, this is family. There's 10 cups here. There's only 1 cup here, right? This is being to yourself, and this is being more of the family. And the challenge for you is allowing yourself to love yourself first, right? Because maybe you've always been taught the family comes first. And this could be learning to love yourself first without looking sneaky about it. Or without, maybe you're paranoid that people, if you're looking so happy, maybe you purposely don't look happy so that other people won't think you're sneaky, because you don't want people to think it's all about you, because you've always been a family person. What's connected to what's left hanging in limbo here is the Death card reverse, which can be clinginess. It can be also after death or someone near death. This can be a near-death experience, or just the never-ending story, right? Because this is the end of a cycle, then something that needs to die, but hasn't yet. Maybe you're being too charitable. Maybe you're worried about how people will see you if you're too happy with yourself. Maybe you've achieved some abundance in your life, but you're afraid to express that abundance because you don't want other people to think you're trying to show off or be above them. And there's very much that energy, because Capricorn can be a very proper energy, you know, not wanting anyone else around them to feel badly. But there is a sense of achievement here, and the ability to be able to give to others, perhaps after a death, and being able to give, or in a near-death experience, or just to those who are being clingy or not letting go. And what's hanging in limbo here is the Queen of Pentacles reverse, which can be you, Capricorn. So maybe you're leaning on the family who's giving, you know, they're very upright and supportive, but there's still some instability within you, but you don't want to show them that because you want them to feel like they have been helping. So again, this is all about you thinking about the other, but too much, where you need to now focus on yourself to heal yourself here. Or this could be too focused on money, and you need to let go of that. We have the Queen of Pentacles reversed here with the Ten of Pentacles reversed here, which is a loss or a big expenditure. Or maybe you're worried about the market going down and you're wondering when this will end, because you're very charitable with yourself or the family. But if the money keeps going down, should you still be offering this money? Because you may need to get, you know, keep more support for yourself. So there's a lot of energies around the family and stability and finances, and the balance of giving and receiving, when there has traditionally been a lot in the past. So I'm going to pull a few cards to see what's going on here at the end, and then we're going to look at the bottom of the deck to see what's been going on. I'm going to clarify everything. Okay. All right. The underlying energy here is the Nine of Swords, which is suffering in silence. So definitely there could have been a big loss here. It could have been a child, could have been a miscarriage or a pet. It could just be crying because you can't handle a baby crying all the time. It's more than you thought, it would be. This can be just up not sleeping at night, crying like a baby in the crib. But you have wise counsel over here, or feeling trapped. Maybe you have headaches at night, or you don't know why you're feeling the way you are. Maybe you're feeling stressed or feeling afraid, you're unprotected. But there's just some kind of suffering in silence or being stressed out at night. So let's see where this goes back. Where does this stem from? Because there's a fear of destitution here. And here's the King of Pentacles. All right, so we have the King and Queen of Pentacles both reversed. And here is the King of Swords as well. All right, so there's big love here. So we have Cancer. This is somebody who is dissatisfied with themselves or unhappy alone. So taking a trip or ascending, right? This is big movement here and Cancer energy. But they're waiting and they're saying, what the heck is taking so long? And somebody's tempted by the Holy Grail here. And here is that Holy Grail, right? With their eye on the prize. And that prize could be the King of Swords. And you see how they match there. Even though this is Cancer and this is air, she has air energies within her chart there. And we have the two Sphinxes here of, the question with a question, right? Answering a question with a question. And here's getting the dogs under control as well. That could be the feet, actually your dogs, or perhaps your outer environment and getting everything under control, which is very Capricornian there too. And Cancer is the other axis of Capricorn. So again, tempted by the Holy Grail, and again, boredom can be the devil's workshop, right? But boredom is really meant to ground and integrate and master all of the energies you just went through. So there's a reason to be still and bored. So we have the Holy Grail here of self-love, spiritual love, and new love. Perhaps tempted to love yourself first, but afraid to because you've always been taught to sacrifice for the family. And then here is the King of Swords. Maybe loving yourself first would be to be with the King of Swords. And then here is the Temperance card, reverse, which is a loss of patience, a loss of one's temper, or the fallen angel. And that's also Sagittarius energy reversed. So did the King of Swords fall, or does he have Sagittarius in his chart? And this is dumping any ideas of dreaming or of illusions or confusion, perhaps getting clear on the one, right? There's all the cups here, but here's the Holy Grail. Here could be the King of Swords, getting clear on the one, letting go of all the rest if they want the one. And remember, here's this guy who's all being dreamy here. Perhaps he's dumping all of his emotions on the King of Pentacles reversed, who may feel then out in the cold or injured by this. Perhaps there's illness or the hospital here, right? Feeling left out in the cold, needing to help others, being present to that ship that sailed. And there's definitely Viking energy and Chinese and grass energy here. There could be shipping and receiving here, as well as imports and exports. But there's very much this English or Viking energy here. And Chinese, so I'm getting the Euro-Indian bridge. The Euro-India gateway is coming up for some reason. I don't know why for you. But there could be some big business here, or it's just watching that ship sail. Feeling left out in the cold. And I'm getting the energy of Ellis Island, of people coming to America, with nothing. That the family came with nothing. And just that energy of, and look how far we've come. And then the healing, apologizing, or forgiveness here. And the Knight of Cups reversed, who can be feeling rejected or jealous. Or this can be someone who's a schmoozer who kisses up to everybody just, to get their own satisfaction, but they're not being true with their love or their kindness. And then, which leads to this suffering and silence. And again, we have the Knight of Cups reversed and the Page of Cups right here. So let's see how far this really can go back. So there's definitely some jealousy, perhaps the need to apologize. And it's the King of Swords really isn't in the picture here, but it goes back, it may stem from that Chariot energy with the King of Swords, because it really goes back to after dumping emotional attachments or multiple loads, it comes down to the King of Pentacles, who could be the King of Swords, because remember I said there was air here, as well as the desert here of the earth, which is Capricorn. So there's earth and air, so that can both be you. But in business or finances, maybe struggling a bit with the King of Pentacles, feeling like the family or you may be left out in the cold, or you as the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles here may end up being left out in the cold. Maybe you're keeping those problems away from the Queen of Pentacles here as the King. And then being very present to how far you've come. Again, the healing that's going on here, perhaps the jealousy or rejection, or the need to be loved regarding the suffering and silence, or the need to apologize. Or maybe someone's jealous of someone, not realizing how much suffering they're actually going through. So we start with suffering. Suffering of the family, of loss, whether it's financial loss, time, energy loss, whether it's loss of a family member. It's also the energy of when you lose someone. It's wonderful at first with the family coming to surround you and support you. But once all the initial services are over with, it's just you with yourself. And that's where the suffering comes in, because you're left by yourself so much of the time to just feel through those energies of loss. But it's also okay to allow yourself that time to purge, to let out those extra energies. Allow yourself to feel sad when you need to feel sad. But just know that everything's going to be okay in every moment, right? That everything happens for a reason. You may not be able to see it for years to come, but you will. And Spirit's connecting with me. So if you have lost someone, again, my condolences, and I'm so sorry, because I know how difficult that is. But remember, when you're not in that loss, how much you even know that this too shall pass, and there is a reason, and you will see that reason down the road. Even if it's because from the hurt that you experience, it leads you in another direction of how to help others. All right, so let's see what we have here. So definitely the King and Queen of Pentacles, which both can be you, the masculine and the feminine Capricorn energies, whether it's just in your chart or whether it's your sun sign. You're coming up with a lot of family cups energy too, a lot of water sign energies here with the King of Cups and the Page of Cups. And then air was coming up in your chart as well. All right, so we have a lot of water sign here. We have fire sign here with the Knight of Wands, and then you, Capricorn. We have Scorpio reversed. Mainly, we could have Pisces here, but we have a Knight of Cups over here, which can be this Page of Cups, or they could be two different children who are both upset, or that could be two losses as well. Maybe you've had two miscarries. I'm sorry if you've experienced that. But definitely Scorpio, perhaps Pisces too. And there's Scorpio reversed up here too. Definitely a lot of Scorpio going on here. Or again, death, right? Because Scorpio goes very deep. It's big transformation. This is sudden change or not wanting something to end. But they're both reversed, which is like either after a sudden event and or an ending or death. And then the repairs after that, you're still in that period of needing to kind of clean up that energy or the emotion of yourself. Or waiting for this to happen, right? Or afraid of sudden changes now, right? Because of sudden changes that you've experienced. But know that going forward anymore, that the energies are different than they used to be. You don't have to repeat your history. Things can be different. And this is something I think you need to know. We have Aquarius. For me, this is Aquarius reversed, perhaps Sagittarius, but it can be Aries or Leo too. And again, all the earth signs could be coming up too. Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. And we're in Scorpio, and Scorpio's in the South Node. Are we still in Scorpio? Where are we? Yeah. So it's really emphasized that you're releasing some Scorpio traits that are no longer necessary, or somebody very close to you is, that are not for their highest good. And you could even be the King of Cups here, being strong for the children, or they're jealous of your happiness by yourself without them, whether it's children, pets, people around you who are water signs. And it's coming up as Scorpio being jealous, because that Scorpio is all reversed. Why is the Nine of Swords the underlying energy? So there's that Tower reversed again, which is Scorpio reversed. So the suffering in silence after sudden events, or in drama, a lot of drama after drama, or in avoiding sudden changes, with the King of Pentacles here. The King of Pentacles may be receiving a lot of love here, and there was that temptation of the Holy Grail there. It's coming from a place, and this can be condolences, right? Coming from a place of healing after heartbreak or disappointment or stress. And it's coming from a place of inequity or not sharing, and there is the Sovereign over here, which can represent the Queen of Pentacles, but this can be an independent child. This can be an independent person, though, any age. But they're both upright, whether it's his partner, his sister, his child, his other. Maybe there's a third person here, because there was this temptation, but it's coming from this independent person, perhaps not sharing their heartbreak over here. So perhaps the other person doesn't know the suffering they've been through, and offering this love to the King of Pentacles over here, who's been going through sudden changes or drama, or avoiding sudden changes in order to stay stable here, with a lot of money or family issues to deal with. Okay, so we'll put all this down here. So the King and Queen of Pentacles perhaps were upright, dealing with, perhaps there's no like 3 cards in the read, so it's not about a third party energy. Perhaps there was in the past. And even here, there is a 3 of Wands here, looking back to the past, regarding someone who was giving too much to the King of Pentacles, who perhaps has Scorpio in their chart, and trying to heal their heart. The 10 of Pentacles reversed is coming up with the 10 of Wands reversed, right? This is about, carrying the weight of the world, that Atlas energy, and not being able to do it anymore, dumping a load, dumping the burden and responsibilities. This can be a confession as well, taking a load off, not allowing that burden anymore in order to become inspired again. Okay? So maybe someone feels their wealth has been a burden to them, and they're not going to do that anymore. Maybe they want to start over and do something different, more creative, more physical. Perhaps to help someone else find peace. We have the High Priestess here. And then that Page of Wands. There's a lack of peace here between the Page of Wands and the High Priestess here. This can be a Pisces, this could be Virgo, this could be Aquarius. But it's also someone who keeps secrets, right? Or keeps the peace. Someone who's an advisor or an aide or a nurse. And there is a lack of peace between the Page of Wands and this person, which can be this Knight of Pentacles reversed, right? This is somebody perhaps with no balls, they're afraid to go forward. right? Someone's dropped all their responsibilities in order to ask somebody out or to inspire this other person who's not working or feeling stuck, or perhaps stuck home with an aide or a nurse and needing help. The foundation is that Page of Cups reversed. And this is the need for the truth. This could be a lie or a divide or a split. With the Knight of Cups. And here's the Knight of Cups reversed over here. So this could be two kids who have split, two siblings who have split, two adults who have split, acting like children, one being jealous, one being entitled or feeling rejected. This can also be this person needing the truth, feeling jealous or rejected. But now the worst is over. The worst is over of a split or of taking one sword out at a time, right? Something that was so painful because they couldn't get over this, taking them all out at one time. They had to take one sword out at a time. But now that they're all out, and here's the King of Wands reversed. You know, this person could be just exhausted or sick and tired. They could be sick. This could be the worst. This could be a surgery that he went through, that now the worst is over and people are just worried about it. And the swords could involve surgery or stitches, or how long it took, how many hours it took. This could be worried about a child in surgery, okay, where the whole family was very worried about it. Or just being in the hospital for a long time. And again, just the exhaustion of that, or perhaps the anger built up around that. But he's keeping it to himself, whatever he's feeling here, just to keep peace of mind. Perhaps for the Queen of Cups, he doesn't want to put his burden onto her, keeping it silent between that for peace of mind for the Queen of Cups, who's being very loving and kind and focused on the heart. The central energy is the Tower reversed. So there's good news here, but still there's drama going on here. There's good news coming to the prisoner, or the one feeling trapped, or the one with anxiety, or feeling that their hands are tied, about dreams coming true, receiving good news, and a lot of back and forth or energetic exchange, but it's still drama because they're still trapped. They're not released here. This could be where they're still stuck in the situation or stuck in a hospital, perhaps dreaming or healing, with lots of healing going on. So whether this is the Page of Cups child or an adult who obviously is always somebody else's child. So this Page of Cups could actually be a grown child as well, but going through a lot, or it can be their child. The King of Cups, why is the challenge for you, Capricorn, is the Ten of Cups reversed. So afraid to be happy when the family is not. You know, here's the unhappy family, or ending an emotional cycle of unhappiness, hanging out to be wise and see new perspectives, where you're already off and running because you've already found that, or someone else around you is feeling this. But there's an insecurity around this, right? There's unhappiness. And the need to see new perspectives regarding insecurities, manipulations, and the lack of tools to deal with something, and it's probably emotionally not having the tools to deal with a situation. And again, this could be something that's a surgery or an illness or pain that's gone on for a long, long time, or especially if that's for a child, you know, who can deal with that kind of stuff? And we have Capricorn or Pisces here, as well as Gemini or Virgo there. We had Scorpio there too. And then the Judgment card reversed. You know, the Knight, the romance, the howling at the moon. Cancer energy. Maybe somebody's dealing with cancer and radiation treatments. And then here we have the Queen of Wands reversed. She could be angry here. She could also be tired at night, not feeling like she's got the courage to do what she needs to do, to heed the call to action. With the Page of Cups reversed, again, this could be someone, a mother who can't handle taking care of her crying baby, or the loss of a child or a pet, or an entitled child who's never ending drama. And this is a mother having a hard time with that. She could just be really exhausted or sick and tired, or she's pissed off, especially at night when she's tired, not wanting to make any more decisions and becoming very judgmental. This could also be two children, one much older than the other, constant drama. When those two come together, it's like they're comparing their worth to each other, like, because they're very different. Queen of Wands is very different than the Page of Cups reversed. Coming together to see what they're worth, or to hang out, to daydream. What do they have that they could expand on? But then, in a sense, showing off about that, like that, you know, I can do anything better than you can. So it's very much sibling rivalry coming up there as well. What's coming up here is the Knight of Wands. And two left out in the cold. But someone's like, this is coming to the rescue, right? That can be on call as well. Again, someone's stepping up to the plate. At least someone's stepping up to the plate for those out in the cold or in exile, injured or ill. And again, stepping up to the plate. Again, this could be watching the World Series as well. Somebody's over isolating because they want to watch the sports. They're not paying attention to those who need their help. That could be happening as well. And there's the King of Cups. He is watching the World Series, okay? Or he's not paying attention to the kids or the pets, and someone's feeling rejected or jealous about that. But they're always the one. The King of Cups is the one who's always doing everything for everyone, but he just wants this moment out to enjoy the World Series or whatever he's over isolating about. Or maybe he's, you know, going crazy with messages and just wants to ignore them for a while and be happy with himself. But again, there's this block around allowing yourself to be happy when everyone else wants your attention, right? Again, this is about loving yourself first, and parents being able to enjoy their retirement as well without, you know, the kids putting all their problems on the grandparents. That could be coming up. If the kids need to take care of their children, obviously if it's an emergency and you need help, obviously the grandparents want to help. But it's about the codependency. Does a child expect you to do everything for them for the children? And if so, that's a problem, because it's not your responsibility. It's their responsibility as grown adults. Around here, you see yourself as the Ten of Cups with happy family, destined to school the goose, the golden goose. And there's again the Sphinx coming up and the golden goose, keeping the one who flaps their wings in check in order to profit, you know, to have the good result here when someone's not satisfied. This can be destined to never be satisfied either. I'm getting that song too. Are you satisfied? I can't remember the group's name. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied? It's like not wanting you to be satisfied. The Queen of Cups, destined to be unhappy with themselves or sacrifice themselves for the group. and not walking away when they need to. This is uncomfortable. Why are you doing that to yourself? What's around you, how others see you, is the Seven of Wands upright. This is an offering of time, money, and energy, or perhaps a new way, a new life. How to magnetize coin, time, money, and energy. And there's the card right here. By standing up for oneself, this is someone also paying someone to demonstrate or show others how it's done. Regarding lovers or affections. This can be a Gemini as well, or twins. And the Mother reversed, and the Fallen Angel, and Justice. There's 3 trumps in a row. And then here we have the King of Swords reversed on the other side. And the Devil, look at that. And the Chariot broken over here. There's a lot around this, how people see you, or whoever's in your environment. I'm going to turn this a little bit so you can see the cards going out here. So this is you or whoever's around you who's demonstrating is, or you're being, it's like you offering money, you're paying someone else to stand up for you or to demonstrate what you want the others to see. Regarding Gemini, twins, or love relationships, with the Empress reverse, which could be a mother who's being too needy or being too controlling, or a mother who's lost something recently, or the Fallen Angel losing their patience or a lack of patience here. And that's also Gemini upright, Taurus, and Sag reversed, with Justice here, which is Libra, and then the King of Swords, who could be a Libra, being tempted or swearing in. This is Capricorn, swearing in. Regarding being broken, a breakup, a breakdown, a break in, out, or breakthrough. This can be emergencies, going to the hospital, or swearing in court about a car accident here as well. Or about the accident waiting to happen. Or perhaps deciding whether or not you wanted to investigate something or not. Was it a death? A wrongful death? Or an unnatural death that you want to investigate? Is it worth your time? There's so much power right here. And this could be a big company. This could be a drug company. We have Gemini and Libra and Capricorn upright. But Cancer and Sag reversed. And Libra's upright over here too. But there's a King of Swords reversed here. So he could be a Libra. But that doesn't mean he's upright right there. And someone's swearing in. So this could just be someone who's Capricorn swearing in. Capricorn with Cancer in their chart. But this also could be the Devil swearing in, and everyone knows the Devil lies. This can be the ball and chain as well. Maybe the spouse in a divorce is the Devil. Right? They're going to lie if you ask them to swear in. Again, this could be contemplating whether or not to take something to court. Whether it's a relationship or a wrongful death, or to stand up for the family. And is it worth the time, money, and energy when you're dealing with someone who might lie in court anyway? The block here for you is the Seven of Swords reversed, the sneakiness. And then here is the boredom and apathy, or the ignoring of a message of love or kindness. Ignoring that, taking it for granted, or you already have 3 of those. I don't need another. But it's being extended by God, or out of nowhere, another extension of kindness. And maybe someone's feeling unworthy of this. trying to clean up their act, trying to ground and integrate, and master how to receive love. This could be someone who doesn't know how to receive love because they give it all the time, but they don't receive it. And it can come off as looking like they're sneaky, whether that's you or somebody else. And here's the Page of Pentacles, the student, right? Looking at every angle of that coin, or wanting to help, but they don't have much to help with. Perhaps this is an invite or an opportunity here. You're really good with offering opportunity, but you're not very good at accepting love. The challenge is unconditional love for you. The block is that energy of coming clean or getting clean, cleaning up the act. And that could be your judgment over others who aren't perfect. Or maybe you don't expect others to be perfect, but you expect yourself to be perfect, which isn't fair to yourself. So it's coming up as the block is the sneakiness or coming clean, the need to clean up your act or space, or somebody else needing to do that or stand up for themselves. Learning how to receive love. When you're very good at being the student, the teacher, or the, you may be very good at both of those, at research here, but not wanting to allow others to help you. And again, sharing is coming up here at the end, but it's upright, which is good. Right? Not heeding the call over here, or not answering the call, and then here is sharing or settling out. Clinging to the Queen of Pentacles reverse, which can be the king clinging to the queen. Here is being present in the moment, to nothingness out there, and then someone being given an opportunity, but they're thinking about it. This can be an ultimatum as well. This one has 3 wands, this has 2. And now your choices are decreasing. You had 3 and now you only have 2. And this one's like saying you better take one of these before you have no options at all, and you have to take what you're given. And this could be someone who may not be able to give in the future, someone who you've counted on to help you, to support you with time, money, or effort. That their situation may be changing, and this may be even your parents or grandparents saying, look, take this opportunity because I don't know down the road if I'm going to be able to help you or not. The Death card reversed. And again, this is a negative past or falling out in the past, or difficulty with your children, or just children going through a hard time. But this is the past, could have been soulmate that didn't end up being that way, or just struggling with your childhood. Things could be coming up to be cleared, or children of divorce and the stigma of that, right? Capricorn is very proper. They don't like that energy of being stigmatized with a label. So this could be you worried about your children being labeled as children of divorce. And again, being clingy in the never-ending story here. This could be children of a Taurus reversed, someone with Taurus in their chart. Or this could be a break in a contract, breaking away from a religion or establishment. Right? But then the children would no longer be part of the crowd, which is, or the structure, which has always been very important to you, but maybe you're changing the way you see things here. And this is working to align, get ducks in a row, or, just clear things up, get things organized regarding issues at work, or work closing, or school closings. What are you going to do when it snows and your kids can't go to school? Could be stuff like that. Or having to organize things differently because now there's a divorce, or you're breaking away from a religious group that used to take care of your kids, and now you need to find another way to take care of them when you're at work, or when there's issues or things are closed, and then you'll be stuck with the kids. The Queen of Pentacles here. She's dropping the act, the facade. Maybe she dropped the ball, or she's breaking patterns here. But either way, those things are causing her to break patterns that needs to happen. She's letting go. She's not saving so much. She's not hoarding. She's letting go. She's not juggling so much. She's not working so much to try to make everybody happy. It's letting go when she needs to, and perhaps even letting go to put money into the house, or to put time, money, or effort into fixing things in a relationship, or fixing a curtain that's torn or broken. And there's the Queen of Pentacles again, and the need to rest or sleep or pray. Maybe she's having trouble getting sleep. I know my Capricorn sister has trouble sleeping, so it could be a problem with rest and, you know, losing your temper really easy because you're not getting enough sleep, because there's an unstable home or a move or a visit or homecoming here, and the need to get ready for something or fix something up or get a house fixed in order to move out of a situation, and then not being able to sleep, being stressed out, suffering in silence. And that's coming up for Capricorn. So let's see what else is coming up for you guys. So the Queen of Pentacles reversed is then receiving good news, or being successful, or with a good reputation. Maybe taking your good reputation, even though maybe you've lost money in a split. That could be why you're losing money, or perhaps because your parents can't help you as much as they used to, but just receiving good news, or being able to lead the way. Finding success in competing or fighting for something that you believe in. And this is about rising above, perhaps not being able to sleep. And there's trust issues here. Maybe you're afraid in your own house to sleep, or it's just your own energies that you need to clear, wounding around that, about trust issues. Not sleeping and rising above, or awakening to these issues and coming out about them, right? Fighting for a cause, the impossible dream, something you really believe in, but feeling like you can't implement it right now. Maybe you did make a choice. Maybe you feel like there's no other option, and it looked like your options were getting less and less. They were dwindling. Or maybe you just can't implement that choice that you've made right now. As the war is ended here, but we all know after the war is PTSD and looting, right? That's what happens after all the celebrations end. There may still be stuff to clean up emotionally or within your mind in order to reap rewards of your efforts. And there's a little blemish there. So there may be a little bit of a blemish on your record. You may be concerned about that there. So again, picking up the ball again, and to juggle, to balance, but keeping your eye on the higher vibration, the prize. When you're not hiding anything now, it's just you're juggling because it's what you want to do. Whereas before you were maybe trying to cover things up. Like living your best life, living honestly in your authentic self, then there's never anything to hide because you're being completely transparent, and there's a disconnect or a distance here in a partnership or relationship here. And you're able to do this by distancing yourself here and getting clarity or new information. And this is making a decision, right? This is keeping to yourself to keep your energy clear or for peace of mind, knowing that if you get new information or clarity, it could throw you off balance for a minute, which you may be afraid of not being able to regain your balance again. And this is destined though, and this is also Libra energy coming up, which came up a lot in your read. And then again, the imbalance or instability of a home or structure, or the end, the party's over. This could be just a visit or a homecoming as well, or the need to repair a house or a home, and then completion here. So there is completion here, which is great. And that also can be a divine feminine energy of living with an open heart, or Pisces energy coming up there. So again, what is this leading the way here for the Queen of Pentacles reversed? The wounded warrior letting go of that victim mentality of the sufferings. This is surrender. So surrendering to good news, to success, allowing yourself to be successful without feeling guilty for it because you don't want the other family or friends to feel badly. This is also after lashing out or holding your tongue, and it feels like surrendering to lashing out. It's like you're afraid to say things to people, but then when you do confront them in lashing out, all of a sudden you get their respect. Okay, and being afraid to speak your truth because others may have power over you, learning that when you do speak up for yourself, that then they may actually start treating you differently, right? Because now you're playing on an equal playing field with them. An equal playing field with them. After the war, the sun comes out, and there could be exposure and children and happiness, everything energized, playing games like the World Series, just having fun with it, exposing the PTSD, exposing the looting to make it all exposed so you can start with a whole clear slate here. And then there is the Queen of Swords speaking about the conflicts and the competition, which also can be the acting and the playing and the pursuit of happiness instead. It's all in the perspective. So why the Four of Swords reversed, and Spirit's connecting with me all through this read. The Four of Swords reversed is coming up with the Knight of Wands, always rushing into the rescue, rising above after rising. You know, this could be someone who's always coming into the rescue, but now they're exhausted. They can't sleep because they're all wound up. And then feeling sad or despondent or feeling regretful. Or rushing in because you're afraid that you'll feel regretful if you don't do something that you can do something about. But you have to love yourself first. And here is the wealthy family, that family, business, or community. Rushing into, always being expected to rush into help because you're the one with the abundance. But then never getting any sleep or rest. Or maybe you're going through an awakening and coming out, which is very stressful. Maybe you just can't do what you used to be able to do. Or they can't do what they used to be able to do for you. That Two of Wands. And then the Three of Wands here. So the Two of Wands is making a decision to be free. To dump all the others. To dump all, maybe you found the one. So dumping all the others that you don't need, that no longer serve you. Letting go of emotional attachments to get clear on the one. The one. And that could be a completion of something, coming full circle, the neighborhood, a pool. This can be a divine feminine marching to the beat of her own drum, completely naked to the world, not hiding anything. This can also be a Pisces energy here. And again, feeling freed by that energy about being completely authentic with the world. There is the open heart, the divine feminine or Pisces energy, and then the feeling of freedom, which is Aries. And we're at that marker, right, from Pisces to Aries, where it's a whole new world. It's a whole new world. And then we have the Three of Wands reversed, which is the fight, right, of looking back at the past, at the fighting and competition and the stealing, the lying, cheating, and stealing, not wanting, afraid of things to end, afraid of death. Clinging to the fight, clinging to the competition, clinging to the battles, right? Cheating death. Having cheated death by playing sports or competition, or by the pursuit of happiness. Looking back at the past in disconnect or at a distance, and never nearing the end, and having cheated yourself out of this connection. And this is frustration, a lack of growth, a lack of creativity, the need to be inspired, the need to be aroused. And not cheating yourself out of something that you could have. Maybe you don't have a good relationship or a good sexual relationship at home. Maybe there's someone else you're interested in that would bring you that happiness. That could be coming up as well. And again, this is about cheating death, right? So maybe a relationship that was supposed to end, you thought you were winning by cheating that death, that ending of a relationship, but you were just defeating yourself. And the same thing can be with a death that happened. Maybe you cheated death, but maybe someone lived longer than they were supposed to, but maybe they weren't supposed to live. Maybe they were supposed to go. Maybe there's a reason they came in order to pass away. Or maybe an old person, you got them to live 3 months longer, but maybe they were supposed to pass away 3 months ago and they just suffered for 3 more months. So there's this energy of cheating death or cheating an ending that was supposed to happen because somebody had to win. But now that the war is over, it's like looking back at all of this to see the error in the way you were seeing things. And here is the Seven of Pentacles of reaping rewards of your efforts and learning to keep your eye on that high vibration, on the prize, that you don't have to win. It's just about keeping your energy good in disconnect or at a distance. But this can be in disconnect from yourself, right? Feeling off balanced when new information comes in or clarity. But this is destined to teach you how to balance yourself, how to keep coming back to center again. So what is that all about right there? So again, the energy of control, of controlling your thoughts before you speak them. So he's stopping to hesitate. He's kind of looking the sideways glance before saying something or allowing someone else to speak for them. And she's talking about the frustration, the lack of inspiration, the need to be aroused, the need for creativity, the need for growth. When someone's not hearing the call, the need to swallow their pride, because this is ego. This is ego out of control. And again, the Emperor needing someone else to speak for them regarding the need to swallow their pride. The need to make an announcement. The need to be courageous and strong. To allow something to end. To allow a visit. To allow a homecoming. The day the music died is destined to happen. So let it happen. This is completion of a cycle. Allowing the thing to end or die is completion of a cycle, which will allow you to then open your heart to something brand new and a whole new world. A whole new world. So and I'm getting a lot of energies of retirement too, right? Allowing yourself the happiness of retirement and not having to take on everybody else's responsibilities, right? That could definitely be coming up. So let's do Romance Angels for you. It's a long read, but it was important for Capricorn here. So again, I really believe the Scorpio energies are coming up mainly because we're in Scorpio and we're in South Node Scorpio, letting go of Scorpio traits that are no longer serving you. And that could be part of that energy of deep transformation and letting go of needing to, to save everybody else and perhaps focus more on loving yourself first, which very much can be an energy of retirement, finally being able to focus on yourself. And this just popped right up. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now. So remember here, you were unable to implement that decision or choice right now. So soon it's coming up. So they want you to clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you. And then there's finances and career, that they may be a factor in your love life right now. And that there is reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So make sure you're clear on what's important to you now, because then there will be time to retreat and disconnect from the world together. and perhaps some heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discussing your feelings with each other. Okay. The bottom of the deck is that you deserve love, very Sagittarius energy here, that you are lovable, and give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership, perhaps one-to-one as opposed to the whole family, that you deserve love, allow it to come to you. You are lovable, Capricorn, very lovable. All right, let's see what Lenormand has for you. Remember, Capricorn too in alchemy is the first of the 3 keys at the end, where the human is complete now, but they have to still take care of the Aquarius and Pisces keys. But Capricorn is one of those keys, but it's where the human part is complete. All right, let's see here. Capricorn. The reflecting swans. We have the 24 is Omega, but it's also the Queen of Wands, and then the Page of Cups, which are both reversed in your read. So this could be reversed. This could be the Queen of Wands and the Page of Cups, perhaps driving other people crazy, or maybe they're driving each other crazy. Again, that can be the drama that needs to end. And again, regarding union, and the home was reversed as well. 30 is the 4 of Wands. We have the King of Swords here, though. King of Swords was upright in the underlying energies. Is he here? Yeah, King of Swords was in here too. He's reversed though here. But in the read, he was upright. It's letting this energy go. You might need to let go of a house and 2 people who are just causing drama in your life. You know, whether they're your partner, your spouse, your children, your pets. But the King of Swords is needing to find peace in maturity and a stable home where they have to move perhaps in order to find this completion here. Again, the Judgment card of the prison of public judgment, and needing to let go of being worried about what other people think and heed the call to action. Okay, and take a risk. Take a risk to be loved. The Knight of Cups, which was also coming up reversed here as jealous. Okay, so let go of any worry about jealousy or resentment, and just allow yourself to be happy. Don't worry about what other people think. You're here to nest the dream here. You got the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups right here. You're here to nest the emotional dream. Don't allow others to deprive you of that. All right, and here's sudden events with the Tower reversed. The need for sudden changes perhaps with the 6 of Cups that was also reversed. So really this card is reversed. This is about allowing yourself emotional happiness without the drama in your life. Yeah, and the King of Pentacles is coming up here too with the energetic exchange, which is upright here. A lot of back and forth with the King of Pentacles, who's reversed in the underlying energies. But he's also upright here. So back and forth. Maybe done with, I mean, that can be you as the King of Pentacles here too. But you're coming up more as the Queen of Cups here in your Cups energy. And the King of Cups over here is coming up as Capricorn, these two. This is the King and Queen of Cups enjoying unconditional love as grandparents. You know, if you're not grandparents, it can still be that same kind of energy of allowing yourself to be abundant and not allowing anyone to shame you for that. And there's gifts here with the Queen of Swords, the Hermit, and the Queen of Swords were both up. Were they upright? No, the Hermit was reversed here. But was it in the underlying energies? I can't remember. The Queen of Swords is upright though. She could be hermiting with her gifts. The bottom of the deck is the child in transition, the Page of Swords. And there's the Page of Swords stepping up to the plate. And there's the loving man, the 28, which is that choice. Making a choice to be love. And allowing that child to transition, whether it's his child or his inner child. This is also a message, the Page of Swords. And I'm going to give you one more card from the numerology deck, just to give you that one-liner. It's a very long read. It's been a very long time. All right, Capricorn. What's the takeaway from all this? Capricorn. See, abundance. Look at that. Love, 6. Abundance, 88. Which is the twin flame energy dancing side by side. Allow love and family, but also allow even more so your own abundance. Don't allow the love for your family to take your own abundance away. Love yourself first. And that doesn't mean don't love your family. It just means don't let them take advantage of you either, right? There's all this other pink energy coming up next too. Spiritual career of the 78 of achievement. That's the end of the deck. The 10 of Pentacles. And then the manifestation of the 8, the dance. Allow that. There's a blue card, 3 pink cards, and then a purple of pride, right? Don't let pride get in the way of the sunshine coming out. The bottom of the deck is allowing the change, the 5. A lot of change, so allow it. Allow it to happen. Don't feel guilty about it. Okay, you are lovable, Capricorn. Rise and be love. Remember your water, your rest, your joy, your nature, and not feeling guilty for loving yourself first. It's time for you. Rise and be love. I'll see you guys soon. Have an amazing, amazing day and breathe. Bye.